First, I'm going to tell it to open our radar widgets in Unreal Engine. It doesn't have to have things open to read them, but for the cases of a demo, it's easier if they're open. So those were closed, it just opened them. I'm going to look at the event graph. Look at this radar map. There's a lot of spaghetti code in here. This is just built as part of a game jam built very quickly. And it's doing things based on these different classes. That should probably just be one class with options, right? So it opened them. Now let's have it tell us about our radar widgets. Be sure to review all their variables, components, and functions and event graph. All right. So it's calling multiple things here. Get blueprint info, list components, manage blueprint function. These manage tools have multiple actions. So I have it set to run everything. Action list, you can see action list. You see where the response and stuff with MCP, what's being set, what's being listed. So you'll see like manage, if you see something managed called a bunch of times in a row, it's because of that. I do see it sometimes just sits there. Usually when it sits there, it's not because it's stuck in MCP world, it's because the AI is just thinking. There it goes. So I didn't do anything. I'm just letting it do its thing. It's reading all those complex functions on the event graph. It's going through here. I'm just having it familiarize itself with everything that we built. There's a lot there. If you look on the blueprint, you have um, the designer, there's all sorts of different components. It's looking at all of the components as well as any functions that we have, variables, etc. I had it look at everything. These timeouts, they just sometimes happen. I don't think Unreal is stuck or Unreal is slow. So maybe it's loading cache stuff or something. But I find a lot of it's just how AI works. So now we got all this information about our piece right here. So we're going to use this for refactoring. But if you were just trying to learn about somebody else's code that you're trying to work on their project or something, I mean, man, this thing is like telling you everything you need to know about this. All right, multiple types. Okay, so I'm just going to say we believe the system could be refactored to leverage C++ classes and move a lot of the messy blueprint function code to C++. Variables can also be refactored to be reusable and use inheritance and interfaces. We're going to clean our design as much as possible and make a radar refactor.md file with the design. Don't code anything, just build the doc. So now I'm going to let it do a redesign of this so that all that spaghetti code would go into C++. I don't tell it to just go and put everything into C++ when I vibe code things. I tell it to put everything into a markdown file, and then I use that design file while I'm refactoring. You'll see the AI kind of get lost and start hallucinating and do things, and I'll stop it. I'll be like, go review the design doc again. And when the design doc comes out, I'm not necessarily just going to say, hey, you built a design doc, now go build everything. I'm going to read the design doc and I'm going to make changes to the design doc. So this isn't vibe coding like, hey, just go build me a submarine that I can drive around and go shoot all over the place and it just spits out a bunch of junk for you. It's just using AI and vibe coding techniques to maximize the amount of speed that I can build things, and also to sometimes build things that are pretty complicated that I might need help with. Like I did a complete the 3D pathfinding system with AI, but it took me like 10 hours and a lot of asking questions and research and learning about pathfinding. All right, so it came up with this component-based radar trackable, iRadar blip interfaces, radar detection system. So now we should see this one file, refactor, right? You would read this, and then you would read through all of this of what it said to do as part of the refactor, right? And you would make changes, use your brain, be a programmer. This isn't meant for dummies. And then you would say, go build our design, right? And it could take hours. It could take a half hour. It could take 20 minutes, whatever. It's not necessarily just going to do everything in 2 seconds, right? The plan is to use AI to help you be a better programmer, not to be just programmer and build everything for you. So that's how I use it to refactor. There's reparent blueprinting capabilities inside of here. It can build functions. It can add variables. That's all there, and there'll be in other videos. Thank you.